Every moment of every day, the world is changing and we're changing with it. But there are changes that happen to you and changes that you make happen. There are changes that destroy relationships and changes that build them. And there are changes that are driven by fear or changes that are driven by the drive for success. If you want change to be a positive force in your life or your business, you need to understand the psychology of change. There are two key sides to effective change. The conceptual side of change involves coming up with ideas and working out how to implement them. This is the logical, rational side of change, the engineered side. The motivational side of change is very different. It involves building the will to succeed. This is the psychological side of change, and it can present some real challenges. In order to change, someone needs to build new pathways for thinking and action. For example, imagine someone who wants to lose weight. They know why they should do it, but getting to the how seems really difficult. That's because they've got set patterns of behaviour. Their brain is wired to find things like cakes and chocolate really attractive. To change their eating habits, they need to change that wiring. This means creating and reinforcing neurological pathways. Instead of thinking chocolate, they need to think fruit. And they need to back the thought up with action. But at the same time, they've still got their old pathways. Until the new pathways are as strong as the old ones, it's going to be hard to resist temptation. Basically, it's easier to keep doing what you've always done, and change can seem hard. The key to successful change management is to make change easy, both psychologically and neurologically. There are 4 simple ways that you can do this. The first way is to make change compelling. This means focusing attention on the benefits of change and getting people to imagine how wonderful things will be when they reach their desired future state. But be warned, telling people what they want won't work. You need to get them involved in creating their vision for success so they really want to experience change. At the moment when they think, yes, that's what I want to do, new pathways form in their brain. And then it's time for you to reinforce them. This is where the technique of mental rehearsal comes in. It involves getting people to imagine in graphic detail taking the steps they need to in order to achieve their change. The more they rehearse, the easier the change becomes in real life. Action naturally follows from mental rehearsal, and then it's time to repeat and reinforce. This means telling the story of why you're trying to change and keeping motivation levels up. Great change agents are great storytellers. The final technique you can use to keep people motivated and inspired during change is bridging language. This is language which connects and builds rather than undercutting. For example, saying yes and instead of saying yes but. So there you have it, 4 steps for making change management easy. Imagine how easy change management will be when you put those 4 steps into action today.